be sure to visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/Nate Battle. Hey, you human. Welcome to another edition of the Battle Plan Podcast, where the aim is to help you endure through challenges while inspiring you to live up to your fullest potential. My hope is that you're able to get a few nuggets from this podcast to help you live your best life. Now sit back, relax, focus, and enjoy the podcast. Hey, you human. Coach Nate here with today's Battle Plan. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about finite and infinite as it relates to disappointment and hope. It was Martin Luther King Jr. that said, "We must accept finite disappointment, but we must never lose infinite hope." For starters, finite means it has limits, boundaries. Infinite being just the opposite, immeasurable, limitless, unlimited. If we look at the word disappointment, there are actually two types, the preventable and the unpreventable. Somebody gives you their word, they commit to doing something, they make a promise or agree, and they fail to do so. It's not outside of our control. That's an unpreventable disappointment. The other types of disappointment are disappointments from expectations that we set. That's highly controllable. We set expectations on things, but who said it was going to work out that way or happen that way or play out or become what our expectations are? So we have much more control over that. Finite disappointment meaning that it's going to happen, it's going to occur, but there's a limit, there's a boundary to it. I believe it was Maya Angelou that said, every storm eventually runs out of rain. Once we know, embrace, and understand that it doesn't go on forever, the disappointment's going to come and go, perhaps rise and set like the sun, like a storm that will pass, whether it be an afternoon storm or for a week, but there's a limit to that. Embrace that and move on. And one of the ways to counter that is with infinite hope, limitless, boundaryless, indefinitely. Hope being defined as, yes, a feeling, but also an expectation of that feeling. There is a mental advantage to having hope and the combination of, yes, that feeling and the expectation of that feeling, because that's our focus, a belief, whether your hope be based on faith, the efforts that you've put forth, the energy that you've expended, the time that you've used to dedicate yourself to something, or just the sheer belief that this is going to happen, enacts, puts in motion a set of events that can bring that into existence. Caveat there being, if it's going to benefit someone, others, preferably someone other than yourself. Yes, we can endure disappointment and we can sit and waddle and complain and regurgitate and focus on and talk about. We can actually make finite disappointment infinite by putting energy into it and focusing on it and continuing to bring it up and talk about it. That's backwards. Disappointment's going to happen. It doesn't last forever. When it occurs, we embrace it and we move on. If it's a disappointment from our own thoughts, creations, then we learn to try to avoid doing that again. In any regard, it has a limit, we move on. And we combat that with infinite hope. Hope that I don't care how bad it looks, how challenging, how insurmountable, how devastating. I'm going to have hope that it's possible. There's a way, that there may be another alternative, that there's something better, that even in something bad and devastating, something good can be found in it. You will find hope when you look for it. You will find disappointment when you look for it. The difference there being is we can continue to increase the amount of disappointment, even though it's finite, by our focus, but we will never find the end of the road of hope, infinite, boundaryless, limitless, which train would you rather be on? Which journey would you rather, an experience would you rather have? One that's limited, ending in disappointment, or one that's limitless, giving you a sense of positive hope that it can be better, that the sun will rise, that the rain will stop and the flowers will grow, that tomorrow will be a better day. Having said all that, it's our choice. You are empowered to make that decision. You are empowered to choose limited and boundaries or unlimited with no boundaries. What choice are you going to make for your life in the obstacles that you face, in the challenges that you're going through? Are you going to let it die off in the field of disappointment, or are you going to plant bountiful seeds of hope? Choose wisely. Until next time, this is Coach Nate. Live your best life on purpose now. Well, that's it for today's podcast. I hope that you were able to find some nuggets of wisdom, some inspiration, and something to help you in your life's journey as you progress towards living your best life. Know that I'm just an ordinary human trying to use my remarkable life to make an extraordinary impact on the lives of others. If you enjoyed what you heard today or were helped in some way, please send me a message. Send me an email, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. I love hearing how this content is helping individuals in their daily lives. If you have a specific topic you want me to address, include that too. You never know, you may find it in an upcoming podcast. For more information, content, videos, and information on my book, and links to all my social media, please visit natebattle.com. Remember, today is the youngest you'll ever be, so go out and make the most of it. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Live your best life on purpose now. Be sure to visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/Nate Battle.